Pola elizejskie. Ciekawe, czy takie pola elizejskie będą. Ciekawe, co tu się dowiemy. Najwidoczniej chyba część, do której będziemy mogli wejść, jest już od razu nam pokazana. Góra i tutaj. Cała reszta jest pozasłaniana i nawet niewidoczna, więc... No cóż.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe. Send them through.
Dziękuję.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Kwadraty namalowane i pewnie parę milionów kosztowało. Jestem tego pewien.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Dziękujemy. Czuję, że rozmowa z tą kobietą by się przedłużyła. O.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs! We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
On ma w ogóle otwarte oczy?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
Tiki. Ruchy próby uśmiechu. Hardkorowa ściema.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Tu się z Bigsem zgadzam. Konkurs z wycieczką do wygrania.
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Jak nie kojarzysz, jeżeli na nich jesteś ty na tym zdjęciu, co? I widać ewidentnie, że ściemniasz i to jeszcze chyba o wiele bardziej. O, ulotka. No jest na zdjęciu, więc na pewno musisz wiedzieć o nich.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Zdjęcie? Czy to jest takie ciężkie? Origami nie za bardzo, ale to tak.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Dobrze wiedzieć.
Murder as well?
Dobrze wiedzieć. Dziękuję za takie dogłębne informacje.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Znowu ten sam grymas co w pierwszym pytaniu. Więc ewidentnie wiadomo, że ściemnia. Gdyby tak zawsze było łatwo.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Coś mi się nie wydaje. Jeżeli on chciał zbudować najlepsze domy dla wszystkich żołnierzy, dla powracających bohaterów, to czemu? No właśnie, czemu się nagle domy zaczęły zawalać po tym wszystkim?
Lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
No, zawaliła się przede mną ściana! Ściana! Fuck!
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for way bills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Co za dupek! Jeszcze teraz na fundusz emerytalny jedzie. Co za łajza. Wszyscy po prostu... wszyscy są w tym gównie umoczeni. Taka jest prawda.
Any of these names ring a bell?
Czekaj. Joseph, Paul... Jak się nazywał ten... Cholera, nie mam pojęcia. Poszlaki raczej mi nic nie dadzą, ale... Kurde, ludzie. O, to się przyda. Ludzi... Monroe. Podpalacz. Sąsiad. O, rodzina tych. Nic tu mi nie da. Jakbym mógł zerknąć w poprzednie sprawy, to może by to coś no ale to jest najgorsze, że musisz zapamiętać nazwiska tych wiary, którą kiedyś żeście spotkali. Lista wykonawców. O, jest coś.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
No, tylko czy telefon mamy? Tu gdzieś?
Your boss is a fine man.
O, czyli jednak mogłem tutaj wejść. Ale miło.
Do you think this lipstick's too light for my complexion?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Tak bez pytania.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective.
Cholera.
I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, ma'am.
I co? I teraz przerwa? Teraz musimy poczekać, aż znajdą adres jego